Hello, my name is Zachary Smith. Today I'm going to be talking about my three acoustic guitars here. I have a 1978 Washburn D-30-S, a 1992 Larrivée 0009, and then a 1938 Gibson Advanced Jumbo. If that sounds like something you'd be into, please stick around. So, kind of by chance, I've ended up with a few acoustic guitars. My main kind of road guitar workhorse has been the 1978 Washburn D-30-S. I've been touring with that for the last many years, 10 years, all over the world. It's a great guitar. It sounds great plugged in. Has a LR Beggs Element pickup installed. So I'm just going to give you a flavor of that. It's kind of a Martin D-28 copy, made in Japan. And, you know, with these three guitars, you have a lot of different sounds. You get a real kind of great kind of country, old school sound of the Gibson. My newest guitar, the Larrivée, has a great sound for fingerpicking folk guitar. Really clear mid-range, and the Washburn is a great kind of all-around strumming guitar. It can do a lot of things really well, and it's just super solid. So let's start with the Washburn. So just so I'm not using any pickups today for the sound. You're just hearing a Shure KSM 109. And my Zoom H5 mics. It's going to be a blend between those two. I'll try and place the mic at the 12th fret for everything. That gives you an idea of the finger picking on the Washburn. It has a spruce top. It has what I believe is mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck. Yeah, it's a solid guitar. It's a little bit heavy. It's not the lightest guitar. I believe it is all solid wood. I could be wrong about that. But 1978, made in Japan, Washburn. And you can see on the logo here, I'll give a close-up on this camera, they even wrote kind of Washburn in the style of Martin. So they really were trying to go, this isn't the kind of standard Washburn headstock shape. This is a copy of a Martin headstock shape. And also it has the volute here. It's got a pretty chunky neck. A little bit of a V to it. Really nice. It really excels as a guitar. So you can hear that it really is just a great strumming guitar. It has kind of a natural mid-scoop. So it really kind of sits well with a vocal. It's quite loud. It's got quite a bit of bass. yeah, overall a really great guitar that I've been lucky to have, and it's been a great touring instrument because it's a guitar that sounds great every night, but I don't have to be too precious about it. And I mean, for being from 1978, it is in really great condition. The next guitar I'll show you is a really special guitar. This is a extremely rare and valuable Gibson from 1938, the Advanced Jumbo model. And you can see that it has very cool kind of inlay with these kind of arrows and triangles, or diamonds, I guess. Arrows and diamonds, yeah. This is a guitar that I inherited from my partner's grandpa, and the way that it's always been is with this truss rod cover, which is not the correct one for the model. This is, I think, a Gibson 400 truss rod cover. So I don't know if this was the way it came from the factory, or because they ran out of the regular truss rod covers, or if this was something that my partner's grandpa changed, but it's something I'm just gonna leave as is because it's kind of the way the guitar has always looked. It has a spruce, I believe. I want to say spruce top, and then it has Brazilian rosewood back and sides. Really beautiful. And I think it's a mahogany neck with a rosewood fretboard. Kind of getting to the end of its playable life before it's going to need a neck reset. I don't think it's had one before. The bridge is you can't even really get a pick even in there. My luthier has taken it as close as possible, and the action's now starting to creep up. So it's getting a bit tricky to play, but I use this guitar a lot in the studio. Almost all of the acoustic guitar recording, I think about using this guitar if I don't use it, but probably 80% of the tracks end up being this guitar. It's really quite versatile. I know this guitar has been used in kind of more, originally became really popular because of bluegrass players, and they wanted, the loudest guitar they could find. Let's start with picking. That has a really clear voice. It's quite a unique sounding guitar. I think I can really recognize the tone of it in the recordings. It comes across quite clearly that it's it's a unique sounding guitar. It sounds really great with finger picking, and it really sounds great with strumming as well. So it's got a lot of bass. You can really feel the bass coming through the back on this guitar. It's quite light, really powerful instrument. I'm really lucky to be able to play and use in my studio. The last guitar I'm going to talk about is the newest one to me. There is a video I made when I first got this guitar, which I'll link up here. This is a 1992 Larrivée 0009. So kind of in the Martin style 00, 12 fret guitar. So very different than, both of these are, you know, very similar in terms of being dreadnought-ish guitars, slope shoulder for the Gibson, but almost, you know, the same kind of body size. And this guitar has quite a different feel. It's got less volume overall, but it's almost clearer or louder in the mids than both these guitars are. Especially compared to the Washburn, which has a very scooped mid sound, even when you're finger picking. So it's got a really great sound for finger picking. Again, this is a Sitka spruce top with a flamed maple back and sides. You can see the maple on it is gorgeous. It has mahogany neck and an ebony fretboard with an ebony bridge. So these guitars have both have rosewood fretboards. This has an ebony fretboard. They all had the same wood on top, I'm pretty sure. Obviously from very different eras. You know, having a 1938, a 1978, and a 1992. You know, talking about very different places that this spruce would have come from. Here's a little bit of strumming with the 0009. One thing that's definitely been noticeable to me playing this guitar a lot over the last few weeks is it has quite a long sustain and quite a nuanced sound in the high frequencies, which I would say both of these guitars don't have. There's kind of a clarity and a bit more of a hi-fi-ness to this guitar. Both of these guitars have like a strong character that is really an attractive thing, but they don't always have the kind of most kind of detailed high frequency information coming from them. They can be kind of simple and classic sounding to me. Anyways, these three guitars are really all really, you know, great quality instruments, and you know, made in 3 different countries. We have a Japanese guitar, we have a Canadian guitar, and a American guitar, all made in different eras. And for me, it's kind of it's a great collection of acoustic guitars that can do a variety of different things for me, whether that be in the studio or on the road. I haven't and probably won't ever take the Gibson on the road. A little bit too nervous about that, but it's a great studio instrument, and all these guitars, you know, they have their place, and they definitely. I don't find a ton of overlap between them. They all kind of do different things. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I host live streams every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern on my channel, where I just kind of play a bunch of different instruments, make instrumental music in my studio here. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, tune in on Wednesdays. If not, I'll be having more content like this coming on the channel soon. Thanks.